Hi everybody, uh, welcome back. We are discussing the morphology of cockroach, and we already had two sessions for that. Now in these previous two sessions we've discussed external morphology and some systems, right? We discussed excretory system, respiratory system, right, and a couple of other systems also. Two systems are remaining for us to wind up this topic, right? That is digestive system and reproductive system, right? So let's get on with it and start with the digestive system first, right? So this guy here is challenging us that see my guts. Okay, let's check out the guts of cockroach. Okay, take. Now, the digestive system of cockroach, as you can see in the diagram, is made up of three parts. We've got the foregut, the midgut, and the hindgut. Mind you, this is the alimentary canal. Right now, so like us, the cockroach has alimentary canal extending from mouth to anus and accessory glands which help in digestion, similar to what we have. Right? The alimentary canal is made up of the foregut, the midgut, and the hindgut. Let's check out again. Right? I've just tried to give all the parts here. You can have a look here, please. Alimentary canal में we have foregut, midgut, hindgut. Now foregut में we've got the pre-oral cavity. So पहले foregut में क्या क्या है? Have a look at this. So the cavity which is just ahead of this mouth is called as the pre-oral cavity. Remember the mouth has got four parts: labrum, labium, maxilla, mandible. So ये सब mouth के आगे है, right? And in the pre-oral cavity hangs the hypopharynx, right? We've done that. So pre-oral cavity के बाद में आएगा mouth. So the mouth is first preceded by the pre-oral cavity जो यहाँ पर आएगा. उसके बाद mouth, then we have the pharynx, right? Pharynx, esophagus, right? This big tube, esophagus, followed by the crop and gizzard, right? Now, can we see this pear-shaped structure here? This is the crop, and this small structure here, which marks the end of the foregut, this is called as the gizzard. Right now, these are two relatively new structures for us. We will try and see these structures also. So what do we have here? We've got a pre-oral cavity followed by mouth, mouth के पीछे pharynx, pharynx के बाद esophagus followed by the crop and the gizzard. ठीक है? Now midgut and then hindgut. Hindgut में ileum, colon, rectum. Right now, this is the hindgut, ileum, colon, rectum. And the digestive glands would be the salivary glands, the hepatic caecae, and the glands of mesenteron. Now, for us, we are going to do only these two glands, salivary and hepatic caecae. Right? The salivary glands would be situated in the thorax, and the hepatic caecae, as you can see, are at the junction of the foregut and the midgut. You can see this structure. This is the hepatic caecae. We'll have a look at it. Okay, so first we go on to the foregut. Okay, now foregut is also called as a stomadium. Right now, stoma is opening. So the first opening is the foregut, stomadium. Preoral cavity, space in front of the mouth. Hypopharynx projects in the preoral cavity. Right now, the salivary gland will secrete saliva directly on the hypopharynx. So hypopharynx is a structure which is similar to the tongue. Tongue से similar है ये structure. Okay. Then mouth, small narrow openings surrounded by mouth parts. The mouth is surrounded by the mouth parts. The labrum, labium, the mandible and the maxillae. उसके पीछे pharynx, funnel like part lying in the head region leads to esophagus obviously, Both mouth and pharynx will have taste sensillae, right? So you will have to remember where the receptors are located, right? Esophagus passes through the neck and opens into a sac-like structure called as crop, right? So here is where we have the crop. So now two structures important, crop and gizzard. Now crop is large, highly distensible, pear-shaped sac that stores food. That's it. Pear-shaped structure that is storing food. कहीं भी कुछ digestion का लिखा हुआ नहीं है. That is going to happen in the gizzard and the midgut now, right? So we got the pre-oral cavity, mouth, pharynx, esophagus and crop. Ab gizzard. Now this is a cross section which is passing through the gizzard, right? This diagram has been taken from a very, very rare book, government textbook, right? Rare because you rarely see that. Okay, so you can check it out. This diagram is present in the government textbook, please. Right? This is a cross section which is passing through the gizzard. Now gizzard is also called proventriculus, राइट ना. अब गिजर्ड के इमीडिएटली बाद जो है ना वो मिडगट स्टार्ट होता है, राइट. ये देखो, वी कैन गो बैक टू द डायग्राम, नो प्रॉब्लम. ये देखो, गिजर्ड के इमीडिएटली बाद मिडगट स्टार्ट होता है. मिडगट में स्टमक, स्टमक को वेंट्रिकुलस बोलते हैं और गिजर्ड स्टमक के जस्ट पहले है, इसलिए उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, प्रोवेंट्रिकुलस. हम लोग ने वो ऑटोनॉमिक नर्वस सिस्टम किया था, गैंग्लियन इज देयर ऑन द गिजर्ड, उसको प्रोवेंट्रिकुलर गैंग्लियन बोला था हम लोग ने, राइट. वहां पे आई मेड अ मेंशन दैट द गिजर्ड इज कॉल्ड प्रोवेंट्रिकुलस. ओके, it is provided with a circlet of 6 chitinous teeth that help to crush the food, right. Can you look at these gray structures, V-shaped gray structures, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, right now. So 6 circlet of teeth marked accordingly here to crush the food. So crop is only storing the food, right. गिजर्ड में जब आता है तो जब ये फूड क्रश होता है, पहला क्रशिंग कहां हुआ था, मैंडिबल में. पहला क्रशिंग हुआ था मैंडिबल में, राइट. मैंडिबल से इट इज जस्ट बीइंग पास्ड ऑन, गिजर्ड में सेकंड क्रशिंग हो रहा है. These are interconnected with each other and form a filter. Now you can just go back here. If you see, they are interconnected, so it is all one structure. Gizzard has therefore an efficient grinding and straining apparatus. So obviously 6 structures hai, to teeth-like structures is it's grinding and straining. It will filter out. Gizzard marks the end of foregut, right. Gizzard is where the foregut is now going to end. So preoral cavity, mouth, pharynx, esophagus, crop, gizzard. These are the structures present in the foregut of the cockroach. Coming to the midgut, right. Now have a look at this. Can I see gizzard here? So gizzard is where foregut is ending. So this structure till the end here, यहाँ पे जहाँ पे malphizian tubules है, यहाँ तक वो midgut है, राइट. सो अब मिडगट में क्या है, इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वेंट्रिकुलस. सो ये पूरा जो मिडगट है जिसको मीजेंटेरॉन भी बोलते हैं. सो व्हाट एवर ग्लैंड्स आर गोइंग टू बी प्रेजेंट इनसाइड विल बी द ग्लैंड्स ऑफ मीजेंटेरॉन, वो तीसरा वाला ग्लैंड. ओके, एंड 8 hepatic CK. हैव अ लुक एट दिस हियर नाउ. कैन यू सी दिस tubules 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 hepatic CK. Now can you look at the location of the hepatic CK at the junction of the foregut and midgut? जहां foregut खत्म होता है, जहां midgut start होता है, that is where the hepatic CK are located, right. What is happening in the gizzard? The food is being grounded and then being released in the stomach. Hepatic CK का काम है to release the digestive juices, right. Hepatic CK are thin, transparent, blind tubules, right. Now blind, closed at one end, arranged in a whorl or a rosette fashion in the anterior part. They secrete digestive enzymes, right. What about the ventriculus? Stomach, short narrow tube of uniform diameter. It is concerned with digestion of food, right. Pura ka pura stomach is concerned with digestion. Obviously digestive juices are present through and they are secreted through the hepatic CK. Midgut therefore is the major organ of digestion and absorption, right? So यहाँ पर सारा का सारा digestion होगा through the digestive juices secreted by the hepatic CK, glands of mesenteron, and obviously absorption also will occur here, right? Coming to the hindgut, which is called proctodium, right? Now the anus area is denoted by the word procta, right? Now procta, right? So यहाँ पर जो anus area है, we call it as proctodium, the hindgut. Okay, when you check the anal area, the instrument is called proctoscope. So procta is a term which is generally used for the anal area, right? Now proctadium. So we've got the ileum, colon, and the rectum, right? Slightly broader than the midgut. At the junction of midgut and hindgut, you will have Malpighian tubules. We already know that Malpighian tubules are the organs of excretion for the cockroach. Yes, so 150 yellow thread-like blind Malpighian tubules which are excretory in nature, right? So what will happen? It helps in removal of excrete products from the hemolymph. We have done circulation. We know the circulating fluid, open circulatory system है, तो पूरा का पूरा hemocoel is filled with a fluid which is called as hemolymph, right? So whatever excretory products are there from the hemolymph, Malpighian tubules will take up that and dump it into the hindgut from where it is removed. Ileum is short and narrow, colon is coiled and wide, rectum will be the last part. It opens to the outside by anus, which lies below the 10th terga. Terga, dorsal body wall, please. ठीक है? So, foregut, midgut and hindgut. Foregut में, come again, preoral cavity, mouth, pharynx, esophagus, crop, gizzard. Gizzard is called proventriculus. उसके बाद आएगा midgut. Foregut midgut के junction पे hepatic CK. Midgut is stomach. Midgut के बाद hindgut. दोनों के junction पे Malpighian tubules. And hindgut is made up of ileum, colon and rectum. Finally opening through anus. Right? So alimentary canal is foregut, midgut and hindgut. ठीक है? Now coming to the salivary glands, right? I said there are 3 glands. Salivary है, hepatic CK जो already हमने पढ़ा अभी, and glands of mesenteron, right? Whatever glands are present in the stomach area, midgut area called as glands of mesenteron, which is not there for us. Cockroach has 2 salivary glands, one on each side of the crop, right? Crop, right now thorax abdominal area में है, one on each side of the crop. Each gland has 2 glandular lobes and a receptacle. Please be attentive, right? ये देखो. Now from the diagram it might feel to us that ये yellow वाला part जो है ना वो gland है, ऐसा नहीं है. Can you see these leafy structures? Yes, that is the gland का lobe. And ये जो yellow वाला part है ना, it is the reservoir where saliva is stored. So 2 lobes of the gland plus 1 reservoir, this entire structure makes of 1 salivary gland. So we have here 2 salivary glands. Right now, each gland has 2 glandular lobes. So this leaf-like structure is the glandular lobe. Can you see mark किया है? देखो gland ये है. And a receptacle or a reservoir. This is the reservoir. I hope it is very clear, please. So the lobes, the leafy structures, consists of several irregular white colored lobules. Lobe is made up of lobules, which are provided with collecting ducts. They secrete saliva. So हर एक salivary gland से एक duct निकलेगा. So 2 glands है तो हर एक side से एक salivary duct आएगा, join करेगा. It will become the common salivary duct, right? Saliva store किधर होगा? Into the receptacle or the reservoir. अब ये जो common duct है, it will run below the esophagus. Crop के side में है. The gland is located on either side of the crop, right? ना क्रॉप के आगे वाले पार्ट में क्या है, ईसोफेगस, सो द कॉमन डक्ट विल रन बिलो द ईसोफेगस, ठीक है, एंड इट विल ओपन एट द बेस ऑफ हाइपोफैरिंग्स, प्री ओरल कैविटी में जो हैंग हो रहा है, राइट। सो वॉट एवर फूड इज बीइंग टेकन अप, और जो फर्स्ट माउथ में क्रश हो रहा है वहां पर सलाइवा का एक्शन है, बिकॉज द सलाइवरी डक्ट इज डिपॉजिटिंग सलाइवा ऑन द हाइपोफैरिंग्स। ओके, saliva contains amylase, chitinase and cellulase, right, to digest the food stuff which is taken in, ठीक है। So I hope this entire structure is clear for us, right? So alimentary canal made up of foregut, midgut, hindgut, and glands में two important glands to study, salivary gland and hepatic CK. Salivary gland, two salivary glands, one on either side of the crop, 8 hepatic CK in a whorl form located at the junction of the foregut and midgut. That makes up the entire digestive system, right? Okay. Coming to the reproductive system, right? Now, reproductive system में the important thing that we have to know is cockroach is a dioecious structure. Dioecious यानी कि the male and female are separate. When we did the structure of the abdomen and we specified there that the male and female can be segregated, separated, identified by structures in the abdomen. Head में या फिर thorax में कोई भी differentiating structure है ही नहीं between the male and female, right? It is only in the abdomen or the reproductive area which can differentiate the male and female cockroach, right? The cockroaches exhibit sexual dimorphism, right? So male female का structure अलग है and it has got well developed reproductive organs, ठीक है। So first we will take up the male reproductive system, followed by the female reproductive system, and then finally we go to the process of reproduction, ठीक है। Okay. Sorry. Now male reproductive system, right, a pretty developed system, right, might throw up a few surprises for us as well. If you can identify some analogies between the human reproductive system in here, please. It is made up of testes, a pair of testes in the 4th or the 6th abdominal segment, can be 4th, 5th, 6th, either of them. So do we see the testes structure lying in the 4th to 6th abdominal segment? Again, any differentiating factor, number of segments अगर NCERT में अलग दिया हुआ है तो we follow what is given in the NCERT. Be very clear with that, please. Vasa differentia, I told you a few surprises, arises from each testis, right? So we got vasa differentia here, vas deferens arising from the testes and going up to the seminal vesicles. Okay, do we have the seminal vesicles? Yes, we have the seminal vesicles here, right? White thread-like tube passes downwards, enters the seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles are sac-like structures which store the sperms. Okay. Then we have ejaculatory duct formed by the union of two seminal vesicles. Do we have the ejaculatory duct? Oh yes, the ejaculatory duct do we have right now, which is formed by the union of the two seminal vesicles at the base of the utricular gland. Elongated tube which opens through the male genital pore. Very, very important point. It is the ejaculatory duct. Obviously, the name suggests that it's going to throw up the sperms. Opens through the male genital pore, right now. So the ejaculatory duct. So here is where the male genital pore is going to be located, where the ejaculatory duct is opening up. Okay, we'll come back to this point again. Okay, then we've got a utricular gland. In the 6th and 7th segment at the junction of the vasa deferentia and the ejaculatory duct, formed by several tubules arising from seminal vesicles. Have a look at this, please. Do we see these small tubules, long tubules? दिख रहा है ये? Long tubules बाहर के एरिया में मार्क किया है, small अंदर के एरिया में मार्क किया है. So they are arising from seminal. So the seminal plus the long plus the small tubules put together is nothing but a mushroom shaped gland which is called as the utricular gland. So utricular gland is equal to the long tubules plus short tubules plus the seminal vesicles. This makes up the utricular gland. So at the first glance, this flower type structure which you are seeing is nothing but the utricular gland, right? Now, just behind the utricular gland, do you see one more gland which is labeled as phallic gland? Phallic gland, which will open through the phallic duct. This is the ejaculatory duct. Right now, the phallic gland is also called as the conglobate gland. CONGLO, conglobate gland. Nothing much is given about this in the NCERT or the GTB, right? But since they have given a diagram wherein the phallic gland is marked, right, they expect us to know about the phallic gland also. What is the phallic gland also called as? Conglobate gland. ठीक है? Okay. Male genital pore located between the 9th and 10th abdominal segment ventrally. So this is where the ejaculatory duct is opening up. यहाँ से sperms बाहर जाएंगे. Okay. Then gonapophysis, right? Abdomen में पढ़ा था. The male genital pore is surrounded by chitinous plates. These are called as gonapophysis. Now the difference between the male and the female is male में you have 3 plates and female में you have 3 pairs of that plates. Right now? So male में the gonapophyses are also called phallomeres. The gonapophyses are called as phallomeres, right? Now, अब ये phallomeres में, if you look at this diagram, see this diagram is taken up from the NCERT itself, please, right? So I'll just zoom in so you can maybe see it a little more properly, right? So do we have the right phallomere, ventral phallomere, and the left phallomere? So how many gonapophyses, how many chitinous plates in the male? I told you 3. How do you distinguish that from the female? Female में 3 pairs. Okay, so यहाँ पर we have the right, ventral and the left. Now if you see this area is pretty एकदम गिचपिच area है. And when you have this kind of a diagram coming in the NEET paper which is printed in black and white, so sometimes it is difficult to identify structures. Right, and that is basically the purpose for which I have brought this kind of a diagram. Now, this 3 structures that you see are the phallomeres. Right, what I've done is taken a diagram which is showing the 3 phallomeres separately. Right, A is ventral, so ये ventral है. B is left, ये वाला left है. और C देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है right phallomere, so ये वाला right phallomere है. ठीक है? Ab, from the diagram, can we see that ventral is the smallest phallomere and left phallomere is the biggest of phallomeres? Now, such a question also can be coming, which is the smallest, which is the biggest. Okay. Ab ventral phallomere, यहाँ पे देखो. Look at ventral phallomere. Can I see the ejaculatory duct here, guys? Ejaculatory duct opening on the gonopore on the वेंट्रल फैलोमियर. यहाँ पे देखो वेंट्रल फैलोमियर किधर है, ये देखो वेंट्रल फैलोमियर. कैन यू सी द वेंट्रल फैलोमियर? So can you see the ejaculatory duct opening on this dark brown structure here? So this structure is your ventral. So the male gonopore has to be located here, right? So ejaculatory duct, male gonopore and the ventral phallomere. right? This is how you identify which is the ventral phallomere. So जहां पर भी ejaculatory duct खत्म हो रहा है वो ventral phallomere. Look at the right phallomere. Can you see some teeth-like structure, serrated structure here? Look at this area. ये देखो, can you see this teeth-like structure here? What is it labeled as? Right phallomere. Right. So wherever the teeth-like structure is written down, that should be the right phallomere. Look at the left phallomere. Left phallomere has got this V-shaped structure here, pseudopeniscent titillator. Can we see that here? Yes, so the mark here is pseudopeniscent titillator. That should be easy to identify the left phallomere, right? So the phallomeres are how many in male? 3. We've got the ventral, left phallomere and the right phallomere. Which is the smallest one? The ventral. Which is the biggest one? The left, right? इसमें से भी सबसे important है, where is the ejaculatory duct and gonopore opening? On which phallomere? It is opening on the ventral phallomere, right? Maybe you can just make a note of these 3 phallomeres with their respective characteristics, would help in identifying the diagram में markings. Sorry. Okay. So that is about the phallomeres. I hope the structures are very clear, please. Last में spermatophores. Now the testes is releasing the sperms. Through the vas deferens, it will come to the seminal vesicles, utricular gland hoga, ejaculatory duct hoga, right? And from there it is coming to the outside. But on the way down, right now, it gets 3 secretions by which that bundle of sperm is covered. The sperms are bundled into spermatophores, wherein they are glued together and covered by a 3-layered protective covering. Right now, so sperm का bundle है, right? तो जैसे ही it passes down the vas deferens, सबसे पहला layer it is by the secretion of the utricular gland, long tubules, short tubules, seminal vesicles, ये सब मिला के क्या होता है? So utricular gland का secretion सबसे पहला. अब utricular से वो seminal के थ्रू ejaculatory duct में आएगा. Ejaculatory duct का जो secretion है उसका दूसरा लेयर बनेगा, राइट? और पीछे से वो जो कॉन्ग्लोबेट ग्लैंड आ रहा है, फैलिक ग्लैंड, उसका जो है वो सबसे बाहर वाला लेयर बनेगा. सो स्पर्म्स के ऊपर कितने लेयर बनते हैं? 3. पहला यूट्रिक्युलर, दूसरा इजैक्युलेटरी का सिक्रीशन और तीसरा फैलिक ग्लैंड, कॉन्ग्लोबेट ग्लैंड का. सो स्पर्म्स के ऊपर कितने लेयर आ गए? 3 लेयर आ गए. और ये जो पूरा बंडल बना है 3 लेयर के साथ में, उसको वी कॉल इट एज अ spermatophore. So when at the time of ejaculation, the male cockroach deposits the entire spermatophore in the genital pouch of the female. It is the entire spermatophore which is deposited. Are we clear with this, please? So testes, vasa deferentia, seminal vesicles, ejaculatory duct, utricular gland, male genital pore opening, the gonapophysis, the phallomeres, the 3 phallomeres, and the spermatophores. This is what makes up the entire male reproductive system. Now coming to the female reproductive system, relatively कम complex है, right? यहाँ पर diagram देखो. Can you see this big structure, leafy structure? That is the ovary. So 2 ovaries. Can you see smaller structures within the ovaries? They are called ovarioles, right? So 8 ovarioles in each ovary. And this is the structure of a single ovariole. ठीक है? So let's get on it right away. We'll come back to refer to the diagram also. Oh, we have a diagram here also. Fantastic. Very nice. So ovaries, pair of ovaries lying laterally in the 2nd to the 6th segment. I told you location ka segment. We will go with the NCERT. Each ovary is made up of 8 ovarioles. Broad base, narrow end. Check. Oh, does it have a broad base? Yes, the base is broader. and the end is narrower. Remember ओवैरियोल का जो सबसे बेसल पार्ट है उसको पेडिसेल बोलते हैं हम लोग, राइट? उसके बाद एक ट्यूब होती है और एक टर्मिनल फिलामेंट होता है, और ये जितने भी 8 के टर्मिनल फिलामेंट से फ्यूज हो जाते हैं और 8 पेडिसेल भी फ्यूज हो जाते हैं, राइट? ये देखो जितने भी पेडिसेल बेस में रहेंगे सब फ्यूज होके बनता है ओविडक्ट, राइट? सो यहां का एक ओविडक्ट, यहां का दूसरा ओविडक्ट, और दोनों ओविडक्ट फ्यूज होके एक कॉमन ओविडक्ट बनता है विच वी कॉल इट एज अ वजाइना, राइट? देखते चलो, सी ओवरी, oviduct and the common oviduct or the vagina. Clear please? So ovary made up of ovarioles. The narrow end of all ovarioles, 8 ovarioles, unite to form a filament. Right? So do we see all the narrow ends uniting to form a filament? Yes. The ovarioles have linear rows of ova at different stages of development in the middle region. So we're talking about this middle region. Can you see the small dotted structures? That is the ova in different stages of development. The basal part allows passage of ova. It is called as the pedicel. So we're talking about this structure, pedicel here. Okay. The pedicel of all ovarioles unite to form the oviduct. The pedicels will unite to form the oviduct. So this is the oviduct here. The right and left oviduct join to form the vagina, right? The common oviduct or the vagina. अब देखो क्या लिखा है, the vagina which opens in the genital chamber. Please be attentive. Now I have taken a lateral section here. ये front view है, ये lateral view है, side से देख रहे हैं आप लोग. Now can I see the genital pouch here? Right? Look at the ovary. Can I see the ovarioles? Can I see the oviduct? And can I see the vagina? Can you see the vagina opening into the genital pouch here? Look at this opening, female genital pore. So the vagina through the female genital pore is opening into the genital pouch. Okay. I hope this part is clear, please. Coming to spermathecae. Pair of unequal sized spermathecae in the sixth segment. Have a look at this. I think here it is visible properly. Look at the spermathecae. Can you see this small balloon shaped structure? Just zoom it for you. Yeah. Can I see one inflated balloon and can I see one small deflated balloon type structure? Right. So a pair of spermathecae, wherein one is enlarged and one is deflated. So just see the significance uska. Pair of unequal sized, understood why it is unequal. The left one stores sperms during copulation. No marking, but since the left side, ये left spermathecae है. Oh yes, can you see the left spermathecae? You're in, and the right is the deflated one. So ये जो structure दिख रहा है अपने को deflated structure, वो right spermathecae है. Yes, that's it. The right one is non-functional. Right one does not store sperm. Right, the sperms. I should not use the word sperms. I should use the word spermatophore. समझ रहा अभी क्या है? It is the spermatophore which is stored in the spermathecae. Right? क्यों पूरा बंडल है 3 layered covering वाला. Right? So left one store कर रहा है, right one non-functional है. Right? कभी कभी बहुत गड़बड़ होती है. Right? There are two opposite things. Right? Sometimes in the exam when such question comes, you are confused between right and left. If you have to remember this, always remember the right is wrong. That means the right is non-functional. The right is non-functional. The left is the functional one. ठीक है? Spermathecae, they open in the genital chamber by a common duct. Oh. Come back to the diagram. Look at the spermathecae. Can I see the inflated balloon? This should be the left. The deflated one, this should be the right. Can I have a common duct here? Yes, this is a common duct, but why the common duct? It is opening into the genital pouch here. So I hope we are able to go right? According to the description which is given, please. They open in the genital. So the vagina opens in the genital chamber. The spermatheca is opening in the genital chamber or the genital pouch. ठीक है? Oh, it should not be the seminal vesicles. This is wrongly written. This should be gonapophysis here. There should be gonapophysis, right? Apologies. 3 pairs of chitinous plates-like structures. 3 pairs of chitinous plate-like structures. That is gonad. In the male, there were 3. In the female, there are 3 pairs around the genital aperture. Posterior 2 chambers, right now, are ovipositors, right? There the ova are stored, which carry the eggs to the oothecal chamber, where fusion is going to occur. Okay? So posterior 2 chambers, amongst them are ovipositors, which carry the eggs to the oothecal chamber. So यहाँ पर I have something more important here. ये देखो. Do we have the vagina opening in the genital pouch through the female genital pore? The spermatheca also opening into the female genital pore, female genital pouch, yes, genital pouch. And we have one more opening, if you can identify. Can I see this branching like structure, tree branching like structure, which I would like to show it here also in this diagram also. Can you see this branch structure here? कौन सा gland लिखा है देखो यहाँ पर? Which gland is it written here? It is collateral gland. Collateral gland, rather to be more correct, collateral gland. So this structure here is the collateral gland. Do you see the collateral gland also opening into the genital pouch, please? Right? So now tell me, friends, how many structures are opening into the genital pouch in the female? 3 structures. The vagina opens into the genital pouch by the female genital pore. The spermatheca opens into the genital pouch, and the collateral glands also open up into the female, the genital pouch, right? 3 structures opening into the genital pouch, right? Okay. Now, what is happening in the process of reproduction? The process of reproduction mein, we find that the spermatophores are deposited here. The spermatophores are deposited here. Now, once the spermatophores are deposited, they will go and stay in the spermatheca. वो spermatheca में चले जाएंगे, right? Spermatophores के ऊपर 3 लेयर का कवरिंग है, right ना? 3 layered covering is there. Okay. Now, this is the area from where the ova are going to come out. Each ovary having 8 ovarioles, right? So 2 ovaries, 16 ovarioles, right? Now the ovary is releasing, ovariole is releasing egg. So each ovariole releases 1 egg. So at least 16 of them will come out, right? So now you have the release of the ova from the vagina here. At the same time, the spermatheca will release the sperms. अब spermatheca के अंदर what has happened is the 3 layers have dissolved. What was beneath those 3 layers? The sperms. So spermatheca में गया spermatophore, 3 लेयर डिसॉल्व हो गए और बाहर क्या आया? स्पर्म्स, राइट? सो व्हेन द ओवा आर रिलीज्ड फ्रॉम द वजाइना, द स्पर्मेटोफोर्स, द स्पर्म्स कम आउट फ्रॉम हियर. अब यहां पर फ्यूजन होगा, राइट? फ्यूजन होके जाइगोट बनेगा. मल्टीपल जाइगोट्स आर फॉर्म, मल्टीपल ओवा आर देयर, दैट्स व्हाई. नाउ कोलैटरल ग्लैंड से सिक्रीशन आएगा, राइट? So about 15-16 zygotes are formed. What happens? The secretion from the collateral gland will cover all those of them. Now this entire structure is called as the ootheca. So the covering of the ootheca कौन बनाता है? Collateral gland का secretion बनाता है, right? Now, so see, they have marked collateral gland in the diagram. So they expect to know about the secretion of the collateral gland, but which is not mentioned anywhere in the NCERT. That's why I brought this lateral view, so that you can understand properly that where these collateral glands are opening and what is the role of collateral glands in the process of reproduction. ठीक है, वहां पर conglobate gland extra किया, यहाँ पे collateral gland हमने extra किया. Sperms are transferred through the spermatophores. Okay, their fertilized eggs are encased. Fertilized eggs, right? ना direct सीधा. कैसे fertilization हुआ क्वेश्चन ने बताया नहीं. We just mentioned in the process. Are encased in capsule called ootheca. ootheca का covering कौन से secretion से बनता है? Collateral gland के secretion से बनता है. Within the ootheca, development takes a month to complete, and after that the young ones, the nymph, what is the young one of the cockroach called as the nymph, emerges from the ootheca. The cuticle is cast off periodically called ecdysis or molting. Right? Now, the cuticle we know is a chitinous cuticle. So, when the nymph grows, right, physical growth hota hai, cuticle hard hai. So, because the cuticle is very hard, right, now it does not allow physical expansion of the cockroach. So, what does the cockroach do? Remove the cuticle, physical growth hoga, फिर से cuticle आएगा. That is called ecdysis or molting, which happens 13 times, right? We had mentioned this in one of the doubt solving sessions last time, I think so. The oothecae are dropped or glued to a suitable surface, usually in a crack or a crevice of high relative humidity near a food source. Obviously, when the young ones come out, they require some food to eat. On an average, females produce 9 to 10 oothecae, each oothecae having 14 to 16 eggs, 16 ovariole, 16 ova. The development of Periplaneta americana is porometabolous. In very simple terms, gradual, right? So there is development through nymphal stage. Yani there is a stage where it is called as a nymph and then progresses to become an adult. The nymphs look very much like adults, right? I had made a mention of this in the doubt solving session, shayad last time, that development of animals is of two types, direct and indirect. अगर बीच में larval stage आती है जहां पे it looks different from the adult, उसको indirect बोलते हैं हम लोग. But when the young one looks like the adult, it is called as direct development. So यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? The nymphs look very much like adults. That means it is a direct development. The nymph grows by molting about 13 times, and the second last stage, they should have mentioned directly, the second last stage has got wing pads, but adults only have wings. That is the difference between the second last stage and the last stage. So when wings are there, that means the entire process of growth is complete, right? So we've got the male and the female reproductive system along with the process of reproduction, right? I hope all the systems have been followed thoroughly, and whatever doubts we have can be catered to in the doubt solving session, right? Thank you all. Thank you so much.